Hi folks, we've got another compact survival kit. This is the Best Glide ASE Adventurer Pocket Survival Tin, and we're going to check it out right now on Kitbashed Survival. So in case you don't know, I'm a big fan of compact survival kits. I always have been. Ever since I was a kid, I've just been fascinated with compact survival kits and the idea of trying to fit as much gear as possible into a confined space. It's just always been something that's appealed to me for some reason. And so when I got to be an adult and I had a job and I had some disposable income, I began collecting them and building them. Now, sometimes people will badmouth compact survival kits like this. They'll say, oh, that's completely useless. There's nothing in there that would be of any good in a survival situation. It's garbage. And I feel those people aren't really considering these kits within the proper context. These kits are not intended to sustain you for days on end, and in my opinion, they should never be used on their own with nothing else. So let me give you an example of how I like to use these kits. I like to go on day hikes a lot. I'll go with my girlfriend or someone, and when I go on a day hike, I'll have a little backpack that I wear, and in the backpack, I'll keep some gear that I think might be important. Hopefully I won't have to use most of it, but I keep it there just in case something goes wrong. So, in my bag, I might have a couple bottles of water, and I'll probably drink some of that during the day hike. I'll also have a couple snacks, and I might eat those as well during the hike. I'll have some sunscreen. I'll have a little bit of cordage. There may be some cordage in this kit, but I'll usually have a length of cordage on its own, just in case. If the survival kit I have does not have a space blanket inside, I'll carry one of those because they're pretty lightweight. I always carry two knives in my pockets. I carry a Victorinox Mini Champ, and then I'll carry a larger folding knife, something like this. This is an Ontario Rat 1. I'll usually carry a jacket or a windbreaker of some sort just in case it gets unexpectedly cold or rains or something like that. So I might take this. This is my Sierra Designs jacket in a bag. And then I might carry a fixed blade knife as well, something like this. This is a Mora Companion. So in this context, this kit suddenly becomes a good thing. It's not on its own. It's not being used without anything else. And with all this gear, this kit becomes very relevant. It's got some extra stuff in there that I might need just in case something goes wrong, in case I break a leg or sprain an ankle or get lost or something like that. You know, it's going to have some equipment to signal and get help, some hunting and fishing equipment, maybe some water purification pills just in case this water runs out, and some other stuff that might come in handy just in case something goes wrong during my day hike. So this is what I'm talking about. It's all about context. On its own, you know, one of these kits is really not going to get you that far, but if you use it in concert with other gear, it's a great thing to have. Anyway, with that said, let's check out the Best Glide ASE Adventurer Pocket Survival Tin, which includes military issue items. Ooh. Survival, camping, hunting, hiking, fishing, adventure, survival, life. And then, of course, on the other side, they've got a list of all the gear. And you can pause and read that if you want, but we're about to find out what's inside anyway. So they've got the tin sealed with some electrical tape, or vinyl tape, if you will, and that gives it a little bit of waterproofing. So we'll take that off. And you always want to save the tape because that is part of the survival kit. And there we go. Up first, we've got a survival guide, which is very common in these types of survival tins. So we've got some basic survival tips. Pretty much the standard stuff you find in these little brochures that are included in a lot of survival kits, which is useful stuff if you're in a survival situation. Then we've got a Fresnel lens. So you could use this to start a fire if you had to. We've got a Ranger Band. Always a good thing to have. Then we've got a signal mirror. Compact emergency signal mirror. I'm not going to open this up. It does have a protective cloth on it to protect the mirror. And then we've got some Yuko Survival Stormproof matches, and you've seen these before. These work really well, and I believe there's 10 in here. Yeah, 10. Not bad. Then we've got some water purification powder. This is not my favorite way to purify water, but it's better than nothing. I'd rather have tablets, or even better than that is a life straw or something like that, but that's not going to fit in here. But they've got this water purification powder stuff. Chloroflock water purification powder. Carefully tear open sachet and add to 1 liter of water. Shake for 1 minute, then leave for 3 minutes. Swirl for 30 seconds, leave for 7 minutes. Filter water through a cloth, t-shirt material before drinking. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And each of these will purify 1 liter of water. So that's not bad. You can purify 1 liter of water with that stuff. Then we've got a fishing kit. This looks to be very similar to the Best Glide ASE basic fishing kit that you can buy separately. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what all fishing gear is in there. It's been a while since I've opened one of these. This is one of the better emergency fishing kits out there. This one that's made by Best Glide. Now, I'm not saying it's a tackle box, but it is better than most of them that you find in these types of kits. So we've got a little grub lure with a hook through it and a sinker. That's not bad at all. It's very useful. We've got a length of line. I'm guessing this is probably 8-pound test or something like that, although I'm sure it probably says on the back of the tin. Then we've got one of those packets that absorbs moisture, and in here we've got some hooks and sinkers. So we've got 3 sinkers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hooks of varying sizes. We've got 1, 2, 3 pieces of cotton tinder. We've got a pencil. We've got a whistle, and this is an Acme whistle made in England. Sounds great. You could really get someone's attention with that. We've got a button compass, which is accurate. We've got a ferro rod and striker to go with that tinder. Not bad. Not bad at all. We've got a couple of twisty ties. That's always a good thing to have. Then we've got some cordage. Looks like some basic paracord. It's not 550 or anything, but looks to be pretty good quality. Yep. And it is striped, which is nice. Probably is reflective as well. Then we've got a pretty generous sewing kit. I'm not going to take all this out, but there are several safety pins, a spool of thread, 2 buttons, a little thimble thing, and several needles. So yeah, this is not bad at all. Got some snare wire, a good bit of it, brass snare wire. We've got a wire saw. Looks to be pretty good quality. I mean, these things are always going to be limited in what they can do, but if you need to saw a small branch or limb, this will work. Then we've got a DermaSafe razor knife. Now we're getting into some first aid stuff. So they've got 4 full-size Band-Aids in here, 2 butterfly closures, and here's another moisture-absorbing packet, which is a good thing to have in these kits. Then we've got, oh, this is nice, we've got a 1-liter Whirlpack stand-up water bag. Very nice. And that goes with that water purification powder. Then we've got a couple candles. I'm not going to take them out, but there's 2 candles in there. And we'll go ahead and take them out. So here are the two candles. Looks like maybe they're beeswax candles. That's always good. Then we've got a sticker that has Morse code on it. And then we've got some ground to air signals. And then of course there's the tin itself, which could be used to boil water or cook food or what have you. So here's all the gear laid out. You know, this is a typical Best Glide ASE survival kit. I think it's pretty darn good. The gear inside is both useful and of decent quality. There's really nothing to complain about. Now, if it was me personally, I would probably reduce the size of the sewing kit and add a small LED flashlight in there. But that's just me. It's really not that big of a deal for a couple reasons. Number one, if you go on a day hike, most likely you're going to have your phone with you. And most of those these days have flashlights built in. And number two, even if you don't have that, you've got the candles for light and the ferro rod to make a fire. So you'll be okay. Now, there's not a whole lot of extra room in this kit, but I will add one more item, and that is this mini med kit that contains 4 ibuprofens, 2 Benadryls, and 1 Imodium. And that'll do it. So let's go ahead and repack this thing. So there you have it, the Best Glide ASE Adventurer Pocket Survival Tin. I think this thing is pretty good quality, useful gear inside. And as I said, as long as you use this thing in the proper context, and by that I mean in concert with other gear, it can be a really good thing to have. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. For now, that's it. I'm Eric Siegel. This is Kitbashed Survival. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.